Hello, everybody, and again, welcome to the music show. I'm Ray Braselton, your host.
And I'm Nick Rita, co-host.
And a very, very interesting and fun group today called Sinzibukwud. Strange name. And
if you want to know what it is, you got to stay tuned until the end of the program.
You'll be quite impressed with the name of this band and how they got it. But this band was actually led, I would say he's the lead singer, he's the lead guitarist, and he is this person who writes all the songs. Originals, all original songs. He wrote them. The band did a wonderful job of adding their parts to what he wrote and arranging it. I would think there's a lot of feeling in the songs. I think he's trying to, I won't say he's trying to put a message out, but there is stories in what he sings.
And you didn't mention his name, Tom Chamberlain.
Tom Chamberlain.
If you've been watching for a while, you might remember that he was with us a few years back.
Yes, about almost 3 years ago. He was just alone, and he was with well, I shouldn't say alone, because he had his drummer that was with him on this show, Aaron Hunt, was with him then. And I thought he was unique back then and very good. But with this band, it's just phenomenal what he's done. It's one of the most interesting groups we've had up to date. But of course, you want to stay tuned for this show with Sinzibukwud. And we also have our regular segments. We have our Uncle Nick's
showcase coming up.
Coming up with actually Tom Chamberlain. He's going to do a showcase on harmonicas and how they work, how they play. I think that's interesting. And then, of course, our interview we'd have with them as a general rule.
Same thing.
And our round table.
The round table, right? So,
So, you know,
it's a real nice program. People will like it. I think as it unfolds in front of them.
Right. So, everybody, stay tuned. We're going to start right now. Okay? We'll see you in a bit.
We are the Sinzibukwud Band from Rochester, New York. This song is called This Fun Song.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Dysfunctional family, how about yours? Malfunctioning and reporters bred once more. A dismal day in Italy, high unusual weather. Mail this to Dolly, handle with care. Ride that silver train, it'll take you where you wanna go. Ride that silver train, it'll take you where you wanna go. It's fucking familiar, scripted, scary. The front engine goes speedy and bouncy. The punctual famine is right on time to move. So get up off your butt and start to groove, Ride that silver train, it'll take you where you wanna go. Ride that silver train, it'll take you where you wanna go. Additional name I 2 for 2. The scamming France is boring on the plane. Function rock signs are boring and plain. All work and no one to make Jack insane. Ride that silver train, it'll take you where you wanna go. Ride that silver train, it'll take you where you wanna go. Ride that silver train, it'll take you where you wanna go. Ride that silver train, it'll take you where you wanna This is our newest song called Fish Tank. I see a reflection, or is it me, or is it you? Do you live in a fish tank too? Getting tired of this one seahorse town. All I do is go around and round and round in that fish tank. It's time for some change of scenery. Can I take you with me? We're gonna escape our escapade. You bring the sandwiches, I'll bring the lemonade. We'll climb the mountains of caviar, caviar. Go on our backs and look up at the stars in our fish tank. Do you want to play go fish? Yeah. Do you want to play go fish? Do you want to play go fish? My little go fish. Now where's a pirate's treasure? It's at the bottom of the sea. They leave it here for you and me. We live in this glass cage on all five walls. If I were a pirate, I'd bring it all back to my fish tank. Do you want to play go fish? Yeah. Do you want to play go fish? Do you want to play go fish? My little go fish. Reflection, or is it me, or is it you? Do you live in a fish tank too? Getting tired of this one seahorse town. All I do is go around, around, around in that fish tank. Do you want to play go fish? Yeah. Do you want to play go fish? Do you want to play go fish? My little go fish.
Hello, everybody, and again, welcome to the music show and our interview segment of the show. And we have with you, and we have had with you today, Sinzibukwud. Did I pronounce that right, Tom?
That's correct.
Okay. Hey, Tom, I'm going to let Tom Chamberlain here. He's going to introduce himself, and then we can go around maybe your name, town, where you're from, Greater Rochester, and all that stuff. Go for it.
My name is Tom Chamberlain, and I play in the Sinzibukwud band, guitar and vocals, and I am from the Greater Rochester area.
My name is John Renaud, and I'm from Long Island, actually Farmingdale, Long Island, and I am the bass man.
I know we were two in our whole history. I'm Aaron Hunt. I play the drums and the accordion, and I grew up in the Ithaca, New York area. Now I live in Rochester, Brighton, right next to Larry.
And he does it both at the same time, right?
Yeah,
the drums
at the
and
same
accordion.
time, yeah.
Simultaneous.
And I'm Larry Kovnat. I grew up in Philadelphia, and but I've been up in Rochester for over 30 years, and I play the keyboards in the band.
Well, welcome, guys, to the music show. Been fun so far. I know you've got more to do, but I did want to catch a little bit of an interview with you guys, learn a little bit about you, and I got quite a few things written down. So I guess we got the idea of where they're from, the music you do. I'm going to read my little list here. First of all, how long have you guys been together now?
Well, we started playing in the end of 2007, so December timeframe in 2007. So a little over 2 years now.
Oh, good. Yeah, well, for 2 years, you guys sound very like you've been together for years, really very together. And Aaron, you and Tom actually have been together a little longer because you guys were in our I don't know if you guys remember, but it's a while ago. But you were on our show quite a while ago.
Yeah,
were you on with us?
Yeah, 3 or 4 years ago. TC and I have been playing together for probably a little over 10 years now.
I didn't know you had been together that long before the show.
We're like an old married couple at this point.
You sound like it sometimes. Kidding.
We're crashing it.
And now, when did you guys actually get together? Did you all meet at the same time, or one come in?
I stole them. So I work with John and Larry, and they had offices near me in an old building I was in, and they asked me. They found out I was a drummer, so they asked me to play in a band with them. And that band didn't really do much, but TC and I were playing together. Tom, TC,
yeah.
And I said, "Hey, how about you guys come join our band?" And they came over and joined, and then that other band just disappeared.
Yeah,
there's a few hard.
Well, it didn't quite disappear. I still got you on DVD. So
right,
being the highly honorable guys we are.
Right. Well, I know that most of your songs that you do that you've listened to so far are originals.
That's right.
And I believe, Tom, do you write all the songs?
So far, they all write their parts, though. I come in with chords and guitar arrangement, sort of, and they add all their drums and keyboards and bass. So
very much makes a lot of difference.
Yep.
How good they can put their parts in. Really, they complement you well because of the way they do that. And you did very well when you did the songs. You were doing originals when you and Aaron were here alone.
Oh, yeah.
And your originals then were very sharp, but these guys have really
filled out the sound.
Yeah, absolutely,
very much.
Absolutely. Now, the kind of things I know with your songs, I sometimes have a little trouble trying to, I guess it's my age, but I have a little trouble understanding, like goldfish and things.
Fish Tank.
You may not want to tell me the whole story.
It's basically that song, Fish Tank, is about basically sitting in a room and watching fish go around there, and imagine that you're in there sort of as one of the fish, okay? It's a different world.
Well, that explains it pretty good.
Yeah.
That's not bad. Very good.
It's deep.
What other kind of, may I get a feel as to what your message is sometimes? Do you have any kind of a...
well, the Fish Tank one would be about escape. Escapism, going into sort of a different world and seeing what it's like in there.
Yeah, okay. Well,
maybe putting yourself in somebody else's shoes.
Gotcha.
You can take it that way.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah.
Explains it for me, anyhow. Some of the places that you've played at, maybe you could tell us some of the places that you played in the area.
I'm going to pass this one over to Aaron.
Oh, okay.
He has a nice radio voice.
Yeah, I noticed that. He's putting me to shame.
We play at Johnny's Irish Pub, which is the corner of Merchants and Culver, down Rochester. We play out in Palmyra at Lock 29. We've done 2 out of the 3 Boulder coffee companies, and we've actually started doing a lot of charity events the last couple of years with. Well, there's a number of different charities.
Yeah, I was going to say, we'll get through that with the roundtable
Yeah.
and talk more about some of these events. So you might want to, make sure you do stay in there to learn a little bit about what they do for charity.
We're certainly available for folks that would like us to play at their favorite bar. They can talk to their bartender and let them know
charity.
We do baptisms, bar mitzvahs,
right.
just about anything, weddings.
Good. And there's also something about a Trustival, but that we'll talk about also.
we
That's a
can talk about
charity
Right.
thing,
Yeah.
right? We'll talk about that at the roundtable. You also you're up on MySpace, I believe, and you're up because you got your own. Why don't we go over if somebody wants to get in contact with you or hire you, what website would they go to?
Sure. Well, the easiest one is sinzibukwud.com because it's so easy to spell. Sinzibukwud. Sinzi, Sinzibukwud. Thanks.
It's right there.
It's right on my front of my
Read it right on the drum
Read the
there.
drum
You can
set.
see
So
it.
sinzibukwud.com, we have a
You can see it.
MySpace
Say that
page.
fast 3 times.
Oh,
MySpace.com/Sinzibukwud Band. We have a Twitter feed. It's at Sinzibukwud, and it'll be on the screen, right? You'll put it up on the screen
Yeah,
so everybody
yeah,
can
it's
see
right
it. So, all
there.
right, so it doesn't
Right
matter
there.
if I can spell it or not. Okay? It's not that important. And then,
No.
we have, sinzibukwudband@gmail.com. So all these different ways you can get in touch with us, and we'll find you.
well, everybody, I hope you enjoyed so far what they've done, and we've got a lot more. So, guys, you guys stick around, aren't you?
Oh, yeah,
okay,
absolutely.
I thought so.
Definitely.
I knew they would.
Love to.
See you in a bit.
Here's another song I wrote called "Kiss in My Pocket." Got a hole in my pocket, used to let the rain fall through. Got a kiss in my pocket, ain't never gonna let it go. I wanna show it all to you. Love that there, loving somebody all of my days. They're gonna love you back, love you back. But you're keeping up all tight up inside. Ain't gonna let it show. Let it show. I'm gonna show it all to you. I'm gonna let it shine like diamonds. I'm gonna let it shine like gold. When you look into this heart, baby, baby, it is a window to your soul, yeah, 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 yeah. Gonna let it shine like diamonds. Gonna let it shine like gold. And if you look into these eyes, baby, baby, they are the windows to your soul, yeah, 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 yeah. Your beauty intoxicates my very soul. When we grow, time will take its toll. And when I die, my love will go into the wind. Go back to where it all begins. I wanna show it all to you. I'm gonna let it shine like diamonds. Let it shine like gold. And if you look into this heart, baby, baby, yeah, a window to your soul, yeah, 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 yeah. Just a kiss in my pocket, just a kiss in the wind. Just a kiss in my pocket, just a kiss in the wind. Just a kiss in my pocket, just a kiss in the wind. Just a kiss in my pocket, just a kiss in the wind.
Thank you, Tom. It's Tom Chamberlain from the Sinzibukwud band, which we've been featuring today on today's show. And, geez, I just thought, and by the way, this is Ray Braselton, your host, and we are into our, of course, our, what part of the program is this?
Showcase.
Thank you, the showcase part of the program. But I guess just thought since you were on the show, I know we didn't really do too many harmonica songs. We didn't do any this today so far, but I know you do play harmonica with the group when you do some good 4-hour gigs.
Yeah, in our longer sets, we have a lot of songs that feature some harmonica on them, like Tom Petty, for example, or some blues numbers, and that's when I play more harmonica.
Well, I thought since that was the case that we would get a little harmonic music, and we did. But could you tell us a little bit about the harmonica? Maybe, I got a few questions for you, but I don't know, maybe you can start off by telling us how it works.
Well, this is a diatonic harmonica, and there's all kinds of harmonicas out there, chromatic, they have more notes on them, tremolo harmonicas. Actually, there's baritone harmonicas, bass harmonicas. There's all kinds of harmonicas. If you go to, say, Germany and other places in the world, they have whole bands that are all harmonica. So that's pretty neat to see.
I guess so. I've seen even one that has many different, like it twirls around and is a cylinder. And it has different. I don't know if you've ever seen them, but they're real big, and they turn them out, turn them around.
Yeah,
play with
change the key.
Change the key.
There you go.
So that's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Talking about keys, what key do you predominantly play in?
A's a good one because a lot of blues songs are in E. So cross harp for E would be A.
Now you're talking.
Yeah.
You just said cross harp. You want to explain to everybody what that means?
Well, if you take, say, a blues song in E, and I'm going to use my fingers, E, F, G, A. That's
the way I do it too.
Yeah. And I think guitar fretboard too. So, anyways, E to A would be fourth. So a fourth above is your cross harp key.
So it's you don't have the same necessarily always the same keyed harmonica as you do the song, the key that you play in the song.
But you can do that too if it's like a major type of song. If you have a lot of major keys, then you can stick with that harmonica.
Well, now you blow into the harmonica and you get a sound, and you draw from the harmonica.
Yep. Inhale, exhale. Yep.
Yeah. And what does that do?
It changes
cut
the
your breath
notes
off.
actually. So, for example, blowing in and inhaling.
So it changes the note.
Yeah, it raises it up.
Is
Raises
this
up the note?
Is this something that most anybody can learn? I would.
Yeah, it's
imagine.
pretty simple. I started playing harmonica when I was probably 4, so that's a good time to give your kids a harmonica when they're 4. They're interested. It's something that's pretty indestructible unless they take it in the tub with them or something. And,
and they will on occasion, I'm sure.
Or leave it outside; it may rust.
What do they call it? Sometimes they call it blues harp. Sometimes they call it a harmonica.
And
Just
really,
because it's a harmonica that plays blues, probably.
That's pretty similar. I think the blues harmonicas bend a little easier, maybe.
Okay.
The reeds on them are different.
Mm-hmm. And they call it a harp, and they call it a harmonica.
Yeah,
Same
harp
thing.
is just like the
Just another way of
hip version of harmonica, or slang. Yeah.
Right, slang. Okay, we've learned a lot, I think, about the harmonica. I don't know if there's anything else that you can tell us about the harmonica.
Well, bending is always a good thing to try to attempt to do. If you have that note and that note, try to constrict the airflow in the harmonica by tightening up your mouth, and you'll start to learn how to bend. So, for example. Stuff stuff like that.
Just the way your
Yeah.
mouth is formed
It's
around.
really just changing the shape of your mouth.
Right.
Mhm.
Wow. There's also, I know they have tremolo harmonicas that you can buy.
I think those are something you're blowing two notes at the same time,
Well,
or an octave.
They're actually, I think, I don't know that much, but it seemed to me they were a little bit off
Yep.
key, and so you blow the two of them together and they tremolo back and forth.
Yeah.
But you can kind of get that effect, can't you, on a regular diatonic
Just
harmonica?
regular ones.
You do it, yeah.
It's featured in a lot of cowboy music. Yes.
I was just thinking of the
Cowboy music. Yep. Stuff like that. Mm-hmm.
And how many keys do you have sitting here on the table? I don't know if people can see.
I don't have any sharps or flats, but everything else, I have at least 8 there.
Mm-hmm. So you use generally about 8 harmonicas?
Really, I
Four?
use about 4.
4.
Really.
Okay.
Seriously. So
Yeah.
C is a really popular one.
Yeah. Well,
C, A, D,
Yeah.
G.
Yeah.
Yep.
For blues, G,
Yeah.
or A, and
or
B
A.
flat.
Some performers seem to use different ones. Like say Tom Petty seems to use G a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So
Well, very interesting, Tom. I really, I'm gonna just mention that you had done this for us. You had been on the show about 3 or 4 years ago and did a
Yep.
single act for us, and I think you did pretty much a similar harmonica.
Yeah, I think that one was more on how to play guitar and harmonica.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. So this one is actually just harmonica.
Just harmonica.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I guess I hope you enjoyed that, everybody. It was interesting. Thank you, Tom.
Thanks again.
And
play a little harmonica on the way out.
yeah,
How's
let's
that
do
sound?
it. Okay. Here we go. Stay tuned.
This is a great song called Cast of Unsavory Characters.
I read your dark comedy last night. It kinda made me laugh. Except for the part I really didn't have a heart. I was surprised, brought tears to my eyes. It was a cast of unsavory characters with each all gathered around. Strategy, a plan of attack. Ring loud, note it down. Bring him down, bring him down, bring him down, bring him down. The cast ran both sides of the law, good and bad and everything in between. The only one I could begin to understand was the tragic hero, and she could not be seen. A cast of unsavory characters with it all gathered around. Devise a strategy, a plan of attack. Bring all down, note it down. Bring him down, bring him down, bring him down, bring him down. One by one they all made a terrible fate. The things they wanted most disappear. Eaten by their own fears and hate. All they would do turned to gray skies. It's a cast of unsavory characters with it all gathered around. Devise a strategy, plan of attack. Bring a law, note it down. Bring them down, bring them down. Bring them down, bring them down. The tragic hero could now be seen. She was there all the time. She was just lost in her own life, making up her own rhyme. The cream rises to the top. Sand sinks bottom of the sea. even if you live your whole life, someday you'll be free. From the cast of unsavory characters with the oh gather round, devise a strategy, plan of attack, bring a down on it down. It was a cast of unsavory characters with it all gather round, devise a strategy, a plan of attack, bring a down on it down, bring them 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 down.
Here's a classic song we wrote called Depends Upon the Weather.
Depends upon the weather, if it rains or shines. If we build this house of leather to snotty pines, well, it might be brick, might be stone, chalky, dusty, rattle bone. Well, I don't care long as I got you by my side. Oh, baby, lightning may strike, ain't no reason to hide. Can't help by, long as I got you by my side. Oh, yeah. Depends upon the weather, if my garden grows. If this whole that does a trick, scare away the crows. Well, the sun might drop, all the rain, kill all my sugar cane. Well, I don't care long as I got you by my side. Oh, baby, lightning may strike, ain't no reason to hide. Can't help by, long as I got you by my side. Yeah. If the sun is sunny, come to work today. If it's clear and sunny, well, the boss wants to have his way. Might be quick, might be cheap, from the wicked rich will reap. Well, I don't care long as I got you by my side. Oh, baby, lightning may strike, ain't no reason to hide. Can't help by, long as I got you by my side. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, 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 hey.
Welcome to Uncle Nick's Corner. Little thing I was just playing there was just a series of chords that if I weren't using this device called a capo, I could only play in one key. The capo is an interesting little device. We can do a few different things with it. This one here is one of the normal ones that we use. If take a look at this. This one has 4 different settings, so to speak, on it. I could change this little rubber thing here, take it off, and turn it around to get that it would fit for different guitars. This guitar that I'm using today is a classical. The fingerboard is flat, so it's hard to see, but if you look at this right here, that's flat and wide. If I would turn that around to here, you see that there's a little bit of an arc. Now that's for a steel string. And notice what also is happening is we have different thicknesses. So you have two choices of flat and two choices of curved. Again, the curve being for a steel string, because on a steel string guitar there is a slight arc to the fingerboard. But on classical guitars like this, they're flat, so that's why we use the flat. Another thing, when you're placing the capo, we're going to talk a little bit about where to place them in just a second, but you would place it, and in this particular case, I would put it here, and this little clamps it. Now the whole idea of the capo is now, instead of having the open strings at the nut, I have them here at the 3rd fret. What happens there is that any chord that I would play open, as I raise it, it would change the key and bring the key up a little bit higher. So that's the whole idea, the philosophy, so to speak, behind the capo. In the old days, we used to call them cheaters, because somebody would learn chords in a song in a particular key, and in order to change the key, they would just use the capo, thus not allowing you to learn any other keys. But the whole issue is that there are some keys that are difficult to play. For instance, the thing I was just playing, that chord progression I was just playing, was in the key of B flat. Now, originally, I developed it in the key of G. But if I needed to play that in the key of B flat, it'd be really difficult. Here's B flat. Notice I can't get the ringing that I got in the first position in the key of G. So that would be our first idea of what to do with a capo. We have a particular tune that we like the chord progression in, and it's an open chord progression, and there are certain keys that are better for guitar than others. G, D, A, E, E flat, B flat are not very good for the guitar. So in this case, I have in the key of G. If I go up 1 fret, I'd have the key of A flat. If I go up 2 frets, I'd have the key of A. If I go up 3 frets, I'd have the key of B flat. So our goal is to get this particular chord progression in the key of B flat, and so I put the capo, and let me make sure I get it all settled out. Now, automatically, in the key of B flat. Notice those little things? You couldn't do in the key of B flat without the capo. Say, for instance, we have something in the key of C. Well, let's say the key of F. And we know it in the key of F, but we need to change it to a different key, but we still want to maintain F. So what I'm getting at here is the chord forms for the key of F. There's F, B flat, and C7. They're difficult chords to do anything with. I can, in this case, bring the capo up to the 3rd fret, and follow me on this, it's going to be a little quick, and change the key to the key of D, and play D chords. those things that you can do in D, all of a sudden, we're in the key of F. It's pretty interesting. I have a few sheets on this. If you're interested, if you want to get in touch with us, I could send those along to you. Just ask for the information on capos. To review real quickly, if we have something in a lower key that we want to raise up to a higher key, we just simply put the capo wherever we need to move it. And remember, as we go up the frets, we go by half steps. Or if I have something in a funny key, but I want to put it into a better key for guitar, then I change it, transpose to that key, and then move the capo appropriately to put it back into the original key that we needed to be. Again, if you want any more information on this, just get in touch with us. I can expand on it either on this program or, like I say, I do have some information. So until next time, this is Uncle Nick telling you, let's keep picking.
This song is called Red Roses Wither.
If you find your love is lying, don't let her steal your heart. Tell her leave it alone, buried in the dark. Rose on black on the wither, the crumbling fade away. Scatter to the winds, only to be reborn again. If you find your love is elusive, don't let her kill your mind. Be careful that you wish for what you may see, you may surely find. Roofs are black on the wither, crumbling fade away. Scatter to the winds, only to be reborn again. Crumbling fade, yeah. Crumbling fade, yeah. Crumbling fade, yeah, yeah. Crumbling fade, yeah. Crumbling fade, yeah. Crumbling fade, yeah, yeah. If you find your love is lost somewhere out in the haze, a picking is what is needed to make it through life's maze. Rose on black when the wither, crumbling fade away. Scatter to the winds, only to be reborn again. Crumbling fade, yeah. Crumbling fade, yeah. Crumbling fade, yeah, yeah.
again, everybody. This is Ray Braselton, your host of the music show.
And I'm Nick Rita, co-host.
It's good to see you again. We hope you've enjoyed the show. We've had the band Sinzibukwud with us today. And let you, Tom, since you're the leader here, or the lead singer and lead player and everything else, introduce yourself, and then we'll go down the line.
All right. My name is Tom Chamberlain. I play guitar and vocals, a little bit harmonica in the band Sinzibukwud.
And I'm Aaron Hunt. I'm the drummer and do a lot of the backup vocals.
Hi, my name is John Renaud. I'm the bass player and I do the way backup vocals.
Hi everybody, I'm Larry Kovnet and I play keyboard.
Well, there you have it. Nice to have had you. We're done. No, we got the whole show. Yeah, we got the whole round table today. What we're going to do is start off with the mailbag
question. Yes.
Mailbag,
Yes.
and then we'll get with you guys. But I'm going to read the mailbag question for today.
This one's kind of a little unusual request.
Yes,
We haven't done anything
the
like
name
this
of the person who
before.
sent this was Suzanne, and I'm going to read it to you right now. Because I really like what you are doing with the music show, promoting the bands and music and teaching the guitar on Uncle Nick's Corner. Are there any opportunities to get involved with the music show behind scenes? So when we read that, it said, yeah, we're going to bring this up.
Didn't they?
This fit right in good.
Yes.
And why don't you take that away?
Well, I think we could use some help behind the scenes, some administrative help. If you know anything about websites, I think we could use you there. I think John can use a little hand with the setting up and tearing down of the audio equipment. But yes, if you're interested, you can get in touch with us, right?
Yeah, and we'll have right there underneath, you'll see the email that we have right on your screen. Should be there now. You can also write us again with like this nice person wrote us, and maybe
I think a person would find it very interesting to see some of the things happening. And if you think you might want to but aren't sure, just get in touch with us, and maybe we could even bring you in, show you what's going on, and see if there's something that you think you can handle.
Yeah. So thank you, Suzanne, for writing this in, and possibly we'll hear from you. Other than just a note here, maybe you'll come help us.
Yeah.
So we'd love to have you, Suzanne. Okay, so guys, again, very good job today. It really was fun. I had a lot of fun.
That was great.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I think it's neat because Tom was on the show before, and you and Aaron, the two of you played, and that was about 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And one of our first ones, actually. And I remember one of the songs was Tree People.
Yep.
Remember that?
Yeah, we put that on the back burner for a little bit, but maybe we'll bring that back out
I'd love to hear
for the
it.
Sinzibukwud band.
Yeah, great.
Yep.
Have you guys heard that one?
Oh yeah.
Oh, we performed that a few times.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
he's well, you're the main writer for the group, I believe.
Yep,
And you do, and most of the songs, if not all of them, are originals.
that's right.
And they're different.
We do a 4-hour set with about, 20% originals?
Yeah. When we're doing
On our,
the big long sets, we'll
yeah.
do a lot of covers mixed in there that people really like. But some of the shorter shows we did when we were first starting to get to some shows, we played a lot of just originals, and people really seem to like it.
You got the name Sinzibukwud, and I'm just kind of curious as to how you came up with that name and what it means. You explain it to me. I think.
Sure. Sinzibukwud means flows from the wood, relates to maple syrup, and the early settlers, when the Indians were teaching them how to make maple syrup, and they would take a knife and cut the wood and it would flow from it. So there's a lot of history with this word. Also makes a great name for a band.
Absolutely.
And confuses people a lot, but we like that. We like that.
Well, now I'm starting to catch on to it now. Sinzibukwud. Yeah, I'm getting it.
Is that an Indian word, or is
it's
it a
Algonquin Indian word.
Yep.
It means flows
from the wood.
And that was maple syrup. In fact, on your drum, there's like a teardrop in the middle. Teardrop is a Maple Leaf.
Maple Leaf, right, right. And it's you know, it's our little nod to the Canadians in the band.
Good.
And syrup production.
Yeah.
Syrup farmers.
It's huge
Always
in
an
this
important
area,
thing.
by the way. New York State.
Yeah, I'll have to hire you. But let's go on, because I wanted to catch you on your CD that you're coming out with soon. That's something you're going to have. How many recordings on that?
We're thinking 6.
6.
We'll see how that goes.
But it always depends once you get in the studio of how the time goes. But you want to go in with a good solid amount, and 6 is pretty good.
How many songs? I mean, not how many songs. I mean, how many of the songs you did tonight?
All
would be on.
Probably.
Okay.
We'll see.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Just leave that hanging there.
That's
I got
right.
it.
That's
Right.
right.
It might be something special, because the songs that you did were different. And I was going to mention one thing too. That Fish Tank song. Something about that song. But is that got jazz? Is that jazz?
It's got some jazzy chords in it.
A little jazzy.
Yeah.
A little bit jazzy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got
thought
that kind
so.
of some ninths in there and stuff. Little.
Did you notice that, Uncle Nick?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's all.
I'm running it back in my head now. It's
Yeah, it's not the standard 1-4-5
Right.
chord progression. You're doing a little
Kind
different
of
things
flows
inside
like
of
water,
it.
too.
Yeah. It's a little.
It's all about the fish tank.
Yeah. Well, that's another story. We would like to see you play out more in the show. I would like to get out with you. I bring my wife next time. Had to go alone last time, but this time bring my wife with me. And I know that you do play at a few places, a lot of places in the area. How could they get in contact with you to find out where you're playing? You have a website, I assume.
Yep.
Maybe Aaron, you could tell us about that.
Sure. Yeah, we have a website, Sinzibukwud.com. We have a MySpace page, myspace.com/SinzibukwudBand. And we have an email address, sinzibukwudband@gmail.com. So between all those things, you can find us, and usually we all send out emails to people we know that have gotten on our email list to let them know where we're playing and when. So it's a good way to get on that. It's just to send us an email and say, hey, include me on your list, and we'll send it out.
And you can also maybe, to get your CDs, I know there's some CDs here that Tommy, you and
That's right.
Aaron did.
Those are for sale actually on cdbaby.com. Also at local stores such as Braselton's Music Store. And
We sell them at
also
shows.
at our shows.
Yeah.
That's where they sell mostly, is at our shows. When we do a jam and set, the people come up and ask to buy them. That's what it's all about.
And we sell T-shirts too at our shows.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
T-shirts.
Got
So
the
I
cool
get a good
t-shirt.
T-shirt, go to you.
That's right.
Yeah, that's neat.
I think Larry had one on earlier. He probably still does, but I don't want him to flash you right now.
You want to flash the T-shirt?
Don't put that pressure on.
Too much pressure.
It's okay.
Well, guys, again, I want to thank you so much for being on the show. If you guys want to see a great group, I know that you guys, the songs that you write, Tom, I can't tell you enough how much I enjoy these songs and how much these guys compliment the songs that you write. And of course, they put in their input. So part of
they're pretty much the arrangers.
Yes,
Right?
that's about it.
Yep.
It's not like Tom does it and then he's like the lone arranger.
No.
He has
You get
Tontos
it
with
alone.
him.
Yeah, the Lone Ranger, yeah. With Tonto.
With Tonto, right?
So guys,
Kemosabe.
keep up the good work.
These are my Kemosabe.
Wasabi's, right?
Keep up the good work with the band and backing him up, and because I want to see some more of this, and I'm sure you will all want to see more of them right away. So just feel free to get a hold of them at their website, find out where they're going to be playing, or get a hold of me. I'll let you know. And thank you again, everybody. This is Ray Braselton from the Music Show. See you later.
Good night.
Bring them down, bring them down. The tragic hero could now be seen. She was there all the time. She was just lost in her own life, digging up her own rhyme. The cream rises to the top, sand sinks bottom of the sea. Even if you live your whole life, someday you'll be free. of unsavory characters with the